Kitty cat just jumped off me. Hmm. Welcome to class, yo. We are 1 minute early. Grab your deep breath and your hum inside and be one with your vibration by turning off the distractions and the statics. Hmm. Yes, we are here to talk about seasonal depression for a moment and certain ways to get past it. First of all, it's totally normal, so don't feel isolated with your feelings. And remember that being inside is not our natural habitat. And the more we're removed from our natural habitat that feeds us, not only nutritionally, but photogenically and spiritually and mentally, it just feeds us energetically. And so the way our normal buildings are created these days, we are cut off from life force. We're protected from the elements, but we're also shielded from life force energies that can't penetrate the plastics, heavy metals, toxin-wise. And so if that energy can't be conducted into our inside habitats, while at the same time we're being abducted by vibrational frequencies like the computers and the plastics that you have in your surroundings. And, if you look around at all of the things, how much is natural? It's one reason why it's so beautiful to have crystals is by the way, can you hear me? I should test this. I should make sure y'all can hear me. Alright, I'm doing a test real quick. Testing, testing. Alright, we're good. So, I apologize for my, horrible looking eye. I poked it. So, yeah. If you're just coming in, welcome. My name is Aviva, and we're getting ready to stretch, and we're just meditating and chatting about seasonal depression and how it's normal and how being inside is being away from our natural habitat. And so, the question to all of you that you can be asking yourself is, how can I make my habitat more natural? Now, the problem is that, you know, we have these jobs that cause us to be inside a lot of the time. And in the summertime, we might not notice that we're out of our element because we get so much photogenic energy when we go outside. And we spend a lot of more time outside on our free time. So we can call it vitamin D, sure. It's just that it's more than that. It's about being outside in the elements, in your natural habitat, and getting hugged by all those electrons and being nourished by the flow, so that your flow, the miracle of your gifts, your art, your creations can flow. And that, I believe, is the key, flowing. And when you're flowing, you're glowing. Can that be our new catchphrase? Everyone cheers, yay! When you're flowing, you're growing. And so that's why it's so great to be around people that we love, because we flow in different ways. Our water pours into each other as we love each other. And that pouring is a flowing motion. So if you're seasonally depressed, you're not flowing with your glowing. And how can you do that? Finding a relationship with energy inside, if you're going to be spending the time inside, is key. Cooking, reading, doing something besides watching TV and playing video games and looking at the computer. Doing anything besides that is so imperative right now because you need cozy vibrations. You need to match the energy of the habitat that's going on in the natural environment around you. The leaves are rustling, things are burrowing and getting cozy deep in the ground. The trees are losing their leaves so that not only they can be nourished, but so that the earth can be nourished. It's like the trees are giving their leaves as a gift to not only the earth, but all the creatures that need warm places to go nestle, and all the cocoons and the eggs that need warm places to germinate, and the seeds for next year. So, how exciting that not only is this happening, but there's a relationship going on between the trees and the ground and all of the creatures that live amongst this earth. It's a relationship. And so relationships create flow, flowing to each other, gratitude. And so if you're not receiving those leaves like you naturally would be to feel warmer, then you might not be thanking the tree, and you might not be having a good relationship with the tree, and you might be scared of the tree, and you might have to pay for people to remove the leaves. And so you might be resentful that your money is going to because of what the tree is doing. And you might not realize that the tree is loving you harder than you can ever imagine to preserve your life, and because they want your flow of life. They want to hear you sing. They want to see you dance. And we're cut off from that being inside. We're cut off from the most loving part of year because we're not experiencing the miracle of what the cold weather is giving us. Instead, we're running from it, we're hiding from it, we're resenting it, we're paying more for our heating, we're scared of it. So I challenge you, if you have seasonal depression, are you feeding some kind of a toxic relationship in your mind with nature? Are you not receiving the love that she is giving you? And therefore, are you receiving fear or blockages or resistance? Are you frustrated that you don't have the same energy level, that you don't have the same freedom, that your routine has changed? That's key. We love routine. Are you scared that a change in routine is going to make you less than whatever you were before? Embrace the change. embrace that you can give something new. So, I do wanna get into stretching, so I wanna wrap this up, but the moral of the story is be the nature around you as much as you can. Be in relationship with the nature around you as much as you can so you can flow and you can feel the flow and you're not cut off from everyone else because you're tuning in and connecting and you're tuning to the trees and the sunshine. And there are some ways you can do that. Some people say copper jewelry, gold jewelry, natural fabrics, as much cotton as possible that breathes, that that allows light in. And warming foods, ginger, clove. There's a reason why chai tea is chai tea. Those herbs feed you and they actually warm the body and cleanse the body. It's a beautiful thing. Mm. Give yourselves a hug. And journaling and singing and dancing, all that helps you to flow. You know, the music industrial complex has turned music into such a machine and so much AI and just such a commercial moneymaker. But everyone's a musician. Everyone, birds chirp, people sing. Some of us express our songs in different ways, but we all have the ability to. If you've got an instrument, just strumming it gives you that therapy, that music therapy. So, I hope that was inspiring to some of you, maybe helpful. Please let me know in the comments below if any of these tips and which tips were most helpful to you and which meditations. And if you want help flowing, I'm here for you. I have a lot of different tools for that, like Bach Flower Essences, and doing consultations half off this month. And matrix therapy really helps you flow. Everything is half off this month. So if you want help with that, just email me. I'll put the email in the chat. And then also, I believe these ASEA products are so good for our health. Oops. I put something else. I like copied all the tags in the chat by mistake. So I'm going to put the link to that there. And if you have any questions about that, email me as well. I really just want to help you guys know about what I know about. If it can help someone else, that's so important to me because I've been through it and I know what it's like to be alone, to be in survival mode. And sometimes when you're in survival mode, it's almost like you get to know more about your ability to survive and your connection to flow. And you can feel that flow sometimes even more, which is amazing. Okay. How are you? All right. Bring your yin hand under your belly button, the yang on top, feet shoulder width apart. And we're going to shake. Bottom hand out, face up, top face down, and shake. Let me take this down. Shake, 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 shake. Come to stillness, relax the shoulders, and drop one. Sorry. And then the other. Back and forth. And then rotate the left shoulder back. And the other side. And both at the same time. Both arms up, and then just let the arms float down like feathers. And then come up halfway and reverse. Excuse me. And right hand overhead. And the left on top of that. Well, that's for women, opposite for men. And now to the side. Left heel up and rotate the left in. Other way. And the other foot. And the other way. You get some lighten here. Feet together, knees together, thighs together, little tiny rotations to the left. Relax your feet, let them sink into the ground. And the other direction, please. Like a tree in the wind, rock back and forth. And come to stillness. You're amazing. You're doing so good. Something else I wanted to mention about seasonal depression is that there's a spiritual battle going on at all times in your own head, in your own tummy, in your own throat, in your own voice. And that's another thing that gets harder sometimes being inside, because it's easier to access the spiritual light when you're not confined by non-spiritual walls, if that makes any sense. Is the spirit in your walls? How do you get the spirit in your walls? Who built the materials? Were they hurt in the labor? Lots to think about. Everything is energy, intention. What was the person's intention in building the material? Was it to keep you safe? Was it for your spiritual battle to win? Or was it just for them to make money? So when you don't have spiritual support around you, it's harder to win your spiritual battles. And then you get overcome with seasonal ickiness, whether it's depression, anxiety, physical issues, because you're losing the spiritual fight. And that's what meditation and Tai Chi and all the yoga stuff helps with, bringing the spirit not only in your body, but in the energy around you, and battling those frequencies with the spirit frequencies. That's essentially what a spiritual battle is are your spirit frequencies winning the fight? If not, what is out of balance that's keeping your spirit frequencies from not being activated? And how do you activate them? Who can you think about? Your grandma, the positive memories. Where is your spirit? Where does it live the most? Are you acknowledging the spirit of your house, the Bodhi? Are you feeding it? Are you honoring it? Are you respecting it? Are you respecting your own emotions? Were you depending on certain frequencies outside and you were unaware of it? And now you're cut off from it and you're withdrawing and you're feeling crazy, like getting off a drug. Did you not even know you were dependent on the energy from below your feet because it was speaking to you, but not in words? Were you not aware that you were dependent of the sunshine because it was glowing on you and killing the frequencies that now you have to kill all by yourself in your spiritual battle because the sun is not burning them away with ease? All these spiritual battles you were winning because of all the elements around you helping you win them. And now you're inside and you don't realize how dependent you were on them. And so you lose the battle and the depression wins and the anxiety wins. So, warriors, take out your swords and fight those frequencies that aren't yours and win the spiritual battle and overcome that depression with your expression. You got this. All right, we're just still swaying back and forth the end of the absorbing energy from the earth frequency. So now you see the power of Qigong. See, I'm not outside, but I'm activating my relationship with the ground. I'm saying I'm absorbing the energy from the earth. That energy that I am dependent on, which I'm now disconnected from. But through this exercise, I'm reconnecting, and therefore I have relationship, and therefore I can win my spiritual battles. Boom. The power. It's so powerful. People are like, oh, it's just for old people. Let's just take out an O and a D and add an A and an L. It's for all people. Come to stillness. And sometimes when we're being defeated by our spiritual battles is when we need it the most, but when we push it away the most because the other ones are winning and they're saying, Qigong bad, Qigong boring, Qigong stupid, Qigong time consuming. And so you lose. Anytime you do Qigong and Tai Chi, you win. It's so easy to be a winner, y'all. Connect with that earth. Feel that energy spiraling up and around your legs, hugging your feet to the earth, giving you what you not only need, but what you depend on. Seasonal depression is withdrawal from our earth, sun, sky dependency. The best drug there is. You won't have the withdrawal if you keep connecting to the earth, sun, sky, acknowledging your relationship and vibrationally feeding yourself with spiritual things, spiritual foods, which means foods full of spirit, not dyed and preserved in chemicals. That just feeds the other war, people. If you want to win the war, you got to feed the right soldiers. Now that we've collected spirit from heaven and energy from the earth, we are going to alchemize humanity. Bring the hands in front of you about 2 fists away and little tiny rotations to the left. You're following with your hands, so you're as if you're holding a little ball. And the other direction. Open up the legs and reach the left arm all the way up to the ear. Just let it float down like a feather. And then reach across the body. All right, now we've got 5 minutes of Wuji. So I'll be back at 10:05 EST, Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean. See you in a minute. Keep on Wujiing. Feel the energy around you. You got this. So, speaking of relationships, somehow, I don't know if it was a wind or the acorn, a truck alarm started going off when I was outside, as if telling me, "Your 5 minutes are up, get back in." See? Everything works together, especially when we have intention, like, I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. All right, beautiful Wuji, everyone. Good job. Congratulations. You have done the Wuji Gong. You have done the Wuji Gong. Oh, there are so many ways to wear this. It is just so fabulous. I love it so much. All right, so Wuji Gong complete. Check. Let's do some gratitude, and then we'll do something else. 谢谢정시谢谢老师 Fill your heart with gratitude and compassion and spread it out to the whole entire world. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Ooh, let's do something for the eyes because of my eye. So there's a liver mudra. The liver is connected to eyes. In Chinese medicine, we'll sit for a minute and do mudras, and then we'll stand and do more active stretches. So hopefully you were able to hear me from that far away. You'll have to let me know. So we're going to do the liver mudra, which is good for eyes. Bring the thumb to the middle and the ring finger. Looks like little dogs. And so this is a great one for spiritual battles because the liver is in control of a lot of our homeostasis, our hormones, all kinds of things. And so it's one way to remember that you're winning the spiritual battle when you do this is you can pretend that the dogs are barking at each other. I want to be happy. I want to be sad. I want to be happy. I want to be anxious. I want to be filled with harmony. I want to be filled with chaos. I want to be filled with clarity. I want to be filled with lies. Who's going to win? Who are you going to feed? I am love, L-O-V-E. I'm going to watch the very depressing movie. I'm going to eat watermelon. I'm going to eat Cheetos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to drink water with lemon. I'm going to drink soda. Who's going to win? It's up to you. Alrighty. It's always good to balance something on your head when you're doing mudras because it gives you better flow. So this one's for memory to help you remember everything that we're doing today. All the fingertips together. Notice your breath. Notice what your veins are doing. Are they open? Are they firm? Are they collapsing? Are they not flowing? Use your third eye to see what you can't see physically. Feel what you can't see. Notice the vibration. Congratulations if you can connect with this vibration and stay and stick around. If you are enjoying class, please give me some butterfly emojis below, all you flying penguins. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. Just remind them that they don't have to work right now. They don't have to carry the burden. 5 more minutes of mudras and balancing, and then we'll stand and do some active Qigong Tai Chi stretching that will build some muscles. Extra eye exercise, you can just gently look back and forth. Allow your lips to relax and smile a little bit. Don't try this with a real sharp sword, please. Don't. Only do what you are experienced in doing. And then eyes up and down. All of the memory, brain mudra stuff also helps your eyes. So the more you have to create artificial energy, also, the less you're connecting with the vibrations of nature. So as I hear my heat go on, all of that is artificial. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the warmth. Still, is there a better way that our people can build with natural things and still have warmth, with less intrusion into the natural world with these unnatural vibrations? Those are questions to ask and live out, because your mental health depends on it, I believe. The ultimate mudra to do during seasonal depression time, and then I'll do the number 2. That sounded funny. Is this one. This is the Sahasrara Mudra. Does anyone know what the Sahasrara is? The Sahasrara is the point on my head where I think the sword is balancing right now. It is my connection to the light that I receive. And what does that mean? That means that it is my connection to my ultimate relationship with life itself. The second one we're going to do is the earth, right? This is the sky mudra. So if you don't have time to do the whole Wuji Gong form that we did, you can do the sky mudra, the earth mudra, and then the alchemizing humanity mudra, just for a couple minutes each. If you could only do one, I would do the sky mudra. I think that's why this is so popular in yoga, because it brings people to a state of relaxation quicker than anything else, because it's like plugging you in directly to source, which feels lighter than connecting to the earth. The source energy feels like steam to me coming out of hot chocolate or the marshmallows on top. Whereas the earth energy feels like the cup. Now, we can't do anything without the cup. We can't contain our energy. So that earth energy is really important. But if you had to choose, the earth energy is the container. What's in the cup is what helps you feel more alive than anything else. So you want to connect to that source energy. You want to connect to that heaven energy, the light energy. If you're in a super, super bad state or super rush state and could only do one thing, this will help you feel the flow energy more. And then next you do the earth energy, because that helps you contain that flow energy. So you don't need to refill as much, or so that you can stay full. But ultimately, if you are connected to source, you don't need a container, because you're constantly going to just flow with that light. But that's not realistic as far as living every day, because you got things you want to do. You don't want to just connect to source all day. Or can you? Let me know in the comments below. So this is the ultimate mudra for all healing. Heal all. The heal all. Because it is the flow. It is your relationship to source, which means it is you acknowledging that you deserve love, that you deserve energy, that you deserve to be divine, the divine light you are, that you deserve to share your gifts, that you're wealthy with spiritual energy. So you don't want to stop doing this until you feel like, yes, you deserve this. You're filled up to the eyes. You're overflowing with this life force. All right, just 2 more mudras real quick. The Earth Mudra. Now we're going to contain what we just filled up. We're going to strengthen the walls of our vessel. Earth energy. Anything from the kidneys down, leg pain, toe pain, all of this helps with all of it. Thumb to pinky and ring. Other fingers are out. So not only does it help you contain the energy, it helps you to move the energy from one place to another. Carries you, carries the light, bears the light, transmutes it, alchemizes it. Let's look at the elementals when we eat. When we eat something, its life force, the light, is connecting with its earth force, its molecular makeup. And we alchemize that in our tummy. And that's the next mudra. Index and ring to thumb. So now we're alchemizing what we're eating. We're digesting it, which is an alchemization process, extracting what we can use in our blood and our fuel and eliminating everything else. If we can. If we can't eliminate it, that can cause disease, things festering in our bodies. So we might want to think about that before we eat our bag of Cheetos or sodas. Are these chemicals and toxins that we're ingesting going to find their way out of our body easily? And that's the magic of things like cranberries in season now. Cranberries contain a very, very special molecule that helps buggers not stick to the linings of certain of our organs. It's incredible. Digestion. You don't only digest food, you digest vibrations, not only of food, but like I said, of the walls around you, the objects, everything that you touch. Energy is like colors. So if you have a clear vessel of light and then you touch something plastic, which is like colored red, then you might get tinted pink. And you might think to yourself, I feel weird. And that's when you go back to the light mudra and you're like, let me clean this vibration out of me. See, but when you do this light mudra, you don't need to know. You don't need to be aware that when you touched that inanimate object that had a vibration, you didn't realize that that vibration got into you, and you don't have to, just because this clears all vibrations, right? That aren't the light, that aren't. So the more you do this, the more you wash it out, like you're diluting it. Like if I was a glass of water and I got red dye in it and I put that glass of water in an ocean, the ocean would not turn red. That water would become watercolor again. And that's what you're doing. You're giving yourself up to the gratitude, to the light energy, which is a million times, billions times bigger than you. By connecting to this, you're connecting with something so much bigger than you. You are so small, thank God, because you don't want to pollute that source with those unnatural vibrations. And this is digesting that. So when you digest, you put as much natural vibrations in you and you eliminate the unnatural vibrations. And that's why doing something like Qigong and Tai Chi while you're digesting really helps, because that is absolutely getting rid of the unnatural vibrations. because everything comes back to source. All right, 10 minutes left to hopefully break a sweat. We'll see. Are you ready? Thank you again for being here. I like matriz therapy. I spelled it wrong, but I think I might call it that from now on. What is matriz therapy? It's like mama. It's like a mama trip. It is trippy. It actually is a very trippy formulation of inner child work. It's a very safe feeling, very loving feeling way to unravel some of the most painful moments in your life and realize that you created a belief in those moments which stopped your flow somehow. And this trip, this journey, this matriz will bring you back to the love that you forgot about, that you didn't believe was there. So hit me up if you need that. So powerful. All right. We are going to do some Tai Chi squats. What are Tai Chi squats? You bring your hands behind your head. They're folded, elbows out, and your knees are pointed to the side. You're going to squat and then bring elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Other side. And go higher. Very good. Let's knock on heaven's door. All I'm doing is twisting and tapping the lower back. And then let's rub the lower back. Circle in both directions. Hold your knee up and rotate the ankle. In the other direction. Other side. Other direction. Little stretch. Hold an imaginary ball and bring it out further and further each time. Good. Other side. And little tiny kicks to each side. Pardon me. Let's do the growing bubble. Other way. And out to the side. This is like a different level of 10 deep breaths. 7. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. We have reached an hour. If there are no questions, then the power hour will end here. Congratulations. If you've made it to the tippy end, I want to see a mountain or a triangle in the comments. Thank you very much. Give yourselves another hug. Oh, you did so good. Open up your hands, extra credit into a V. Bring it around the ear and just scoop down and swallow and rub. Other side. Very good. Okay, I will see you next Tuesday at 9:30. If you'd like to book a stretching class or a Bach Flower consultation or a Matriz consultation, let me know. My email is in the chat, and there's links below to donate if you wish. I appreciate it so much. You are the best. Thank you to all my patrons out there. And don't forget to watch the new video that we released last week. And yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday. Love you. Thank you.